Patricia O'Connor and Frida Reba Darcy here tonight on the Bonsai Balcony. We are at Frida's place and it's Friday night, and I'm going to start a whole new little process here. What you're looking at is a couple of tiny little Japanese black pines that we all started from seed last summer, and now it's time for those guys to enter into their next little phase. They were an accident. They were a little whimsical accident. Both of these two little pine trees sprouted in one little seedling container. So when it came time to repot them and put them in a terracotta pot, I just kept them together. They've never not been a pair. So I'm going to take this glazed, which is unlike me. I'm going to take this very deep, very nice and deep mame sized pot. It's a little deep, but it's a mame sized pot. We're going to put these two little black pines in there, and they will start themselves now on their bonsai journey as a grouping, as a pair. I'm excited about that for a couple of reasons. One, they're cute, and this will be that's kind of a neat idea, I think. Two, out of the trees that we started from seed, this is our first two. This will be our first two to start getting some sort of bonsai treatment. You know, shaping, wiring, potting, anything. These two will be the first ones that moved on from being seedling. So yeah, I'm pretty, all in all, I'm pretty excited about all of that. I would say I'm pretty excited about all of that. All right, so I've got a little screen here in the bottom. I've taken the substrate. I've taken my BioGold lumps that were a little spent off. I've got some my tools in hand. I don't have a lot of tools. I've got a couple pair of scissors, a pair of wire cutters, a pair of gin pliers, and a couple of weenie skewers, and some substrate standing by that I don't think I'll need. We should be doing okay for substrate. I think these little guys are gonna make a cute couple. They already do. And oh my goodness, that was clover. Lump of clover that just absolutely dwarfed my little trees. It was so big. Okay, this was an orchid pot. Orchid pots have these air holes on the side for air roots. That makes them way, way better, to my way of thinking, than other pots. And what I then like to do, as you could tell, as you were probably looking at there, is I like to then cover the side holes with a piece of screen to make up for the lack of the drainage hole in the bottom. Okay. Found a lot of clover in there. Found a chunk of clover in there that just pretty much dwarfed both of those trees. The clover was so thick. Sometimes when you go to remove a weed, you just kind of pull the top off of it, and then it grows back out, and maybe you pull the top off of it again a couple of more times, and that thing just is down there getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like you're making a bonsai piece of clover. Good example. Pine tree, and these two lumps of clover here that rival these trees in trunk thickness and in root mass. And whenever I go to separate these, I will do some damage to my pines. The other day, I pulled up a ponderosa out of a little cup, and I looked at the bottom of it and I saw so many white roots. I was like, yikes, I might not should be doing this. And then once I got down to it, all the white roots belonged to clover. Yeah, clover was doing great. The clover sends its best and says, thanks for the fish. More clover root, probably. Okay. Very fine roots in these guys are all tangled up in this mesh. I don't think I'm going to cut any root because of the amount that I'll probably damage trying to separate it from this mesh. Means that on the other side of this, I'll take whatever I have left. Kind of an attitude. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that's, I doubt if it was, I think. All right. And these are the stars of the show. Let's see. Their placement and which way they were facing. Okay. The idea to me is to leave these guys as formal uprights and just have them like a pair of trees together, you know, like sometimes you see somebody's backyard, there'll be like a pair of pines just standing out there side by side. Well, that's kind of how I see these, like the two peas in a pod. And that is okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now, these guys have a little bit of motion to them. They do have a little bit of sass to them. I think that's probably us. Bring this guy in. Okay, I'm just gonna chop these roots down in there a little bit, and break away our spaces in our substrate with our little bungee cord here, our little bungee stick, our weenie skewer. And this is going to be our outcropping, or our pair of formal upright Japanese black pines. Cover up those roots a little better, cover up those roots a little better. Today the weather was so beautiful, it was all I could do. Just to, after 3 o'clock I wanted to play hooky so bad. I hung tough, I did my gig. Now we have 2 days off, and there are going to be a pair of really super fantastic days. Tomorrow, I always look forward to something new we just started doing a couple of weeks ago. Saturday night live bonsai. We'll be doing that Saturday night. I've got a special little thing lined up, and I'm keeping it to myself until between now and tomorrow night. And then after that, Sunday, I have a ponderosa pine that's probably one of my, I just love this ponderosa pine. I got it last year, came from Deadwood, South Dakota, at about 5,000 feet up. It's 100 and something years old. It's Yamadori, which means it was collected wild. And 5,500 feet, I believe. It is a Ponderosa scopulorum, and it has been, since November, it has been upstate in Auburn, California, going through some winter, getting a little bit of winter. Okay. Those trees both have a little bit of curviness and a little bit of shape to them. I think that's okay. I probably should have brought them a little closer together. Maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe it'll look like they're closer together when they grow a little bit also. But that's going to be our little grove of Japanese black pine trees. Tomorrow day, we will go out on the balcony and we will do something out there in the beautiful sunshine, because we can, and it's beautiful sunshine. We have things to do. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we will find us right here, the same place you can see us now, and instead of except that we will be live. It will be Saturday night live bonsai with Frida and Patricia, and so that's what we've got going on Saturday night. Brings us to Sunday. Sunday, I have a road trip that I've really been looking forward to. I pick up my Ponderosa pine from Auburn, California. It will have overwintered and be ready to take on some of our Oakland summer, and it will have also gotten some work done to it. It should be, when we pick it up, it should be sporting some Japanese black pine foliage. And yeah, that's something we've got going on. We've grafted. Peter T will, and his crew, or his guy, will have grafted a little Japanese black pine to my ponderosa, and whether that's a 1 year process for all the grafts, or whether or not we grafted over a couple of years, I haven't got all that yet. I'll get all the notes Sunday when I go up there. But that's got us there. This has got us here. This is two little pine trees that you and I started from seed last summer, and these are the first two pine trees to go from their little household pot or their little seedling tray, whatever the case may be, to a bonsai pot. And they will, from this point on, they'll continue to stay together, and they'll just be a little pair of formal, upright Japanese black pines, a little grove of trees. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Let's see if I can come around this way. There's our partner in crime, Frida Reba Darcy, and I appreciate you, and she appreciates you, and thank you so much for watching.